Hey, what's going on guys? My name is FaceDew and welcome back to another video. So today we'll be investigating the properties of Thatcher's EMP grenades. Let's start with the EMP grenades themselves. So the time it takes for the EMP grenade to go off after being thrown is around 2.75 seconds. Once it goes off, it will affect most electronic gadgets within a radius of either 5 or 10 meters, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. The electronics that haven't been destroyed will be affected for either 5 or 10 seconds. If you successfully destroy or disable a gadget, you will be awarded with either 5 or 10 points depending on the gadget. Now let's move on to the effects of the EMPs on gadgets. The grenades will either destroy a gadget or disable it for 10 seconds. Ubisoft has kind of arbitrarily decided which one of these fall into each category. So, the EMP grenades will destroy the following: Smoke's gas grenades, Mute's signal disruptors, Capcom's EDDs, Jaeger's ADSs, Bandit's batteries, Valkyrie cameras, Legion's goo mines, Ella's Grismont mines, Mozzie's pests, nitro cells, and the bomb suit on the bombers in Terrorist Hunt, which are thankfully being removed next season. And then these following gadgets, EMP grenades only disable for 10 seconds. Pulse's heartbeat scanner, Echo's yokai drone, Vigil's ability, Maestro's cameras, which also open up when disabled, Alibi's prismas, Clash's shield, Sol and Mozzie drones, and the default cameras. So these gadgets will be affected if the EMP falls within a 5 meter radius of them. Now let's talk about how the EMPs affect the environment. And by environment, I mean anything that's not an operator or gadget. So the EMPs are meant to disable all environmental electronics within a 10 meter radius for 5 seconds. Now, there's a lot of inconsistency, but here are some basic rules. If you shoot it and it flickers, it will be disabled. This is apparent in most of the lights on the maps. If you shoot it and it doesn't flicker, with some it will be disabled, but with others it won't. These effects are apparent in obviously the rest of the lights. The lights that don't turn off are rarer than the ones that do. If it gets destroyed, it will not be affected by EMPs. An example of this is the monitors and TVs that are destructible. There are TVs that are indestructible in Outback that further prove this rule. But again, there are a lot of inconsistencies when it comes to stuff like this, like the TV on Outback that flickers when shot, but is not affected by EMPs. When it comes to sound, it's a little bit different. First of all, they have to fall within 5 meters to be affected. And for everything I tested EMPs on, all of them start up with the audio again after 5 seconds and aren't permanently stopped. Some other inconsistencies that I found while experimenting were projectors. The projector on Consulate is already flickering, but does flicker faster when shot and reacts properly to an EMP. The projector on Oregon reacts to being shot and can turn off from EMP but still continues to project even when turned off. The projector on Clubhouse doesn't react to being shot, but turns off correctly after being EMP'd. Another inconsistency, if you want to get really nitty-gritty about it, is that if you EMP a vending machine, the light turns off, but you can still hear the refrigeration. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I could find about Thatcher's EMP grenades. I know it's not as interesting as some other gadgets, but I hope you enjoyed the video regardless. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.